Let me tell you something most people won't. It's not about being good-looking, rich, or even smart. If you want any woman to truly fall for you, you must master yourself first. And here's the truth. Most men are failing at this. Forget everything you've been told about dating. It's not about expensive gifts or looking like the guy on a magazine cover. What truly draws women in is your emotional strength, your ability to stay calm, grounded, and unshakable. Believe me, if you don't get this right, no pickup line or confidence hack will help you. In fact, they might actually push her further away. If you've ever felt ignored, rejected, or overlooked by women, it's because they sense something's missing, your self-control. That's why they walk away. But here's the good news. By mastering just a few simple Stoic principles, you can make her want you without even trying. This isn't just another dating advice video. This is the real strategy to unlock her heart. And it starts with you, not her, not what she wants, you. You mastering your mind, your emotions, and how you show up in the world. Ready to finally win this game? Let's dive in. Here's the reality. Most men have been lied to about what actually makes a woman feel attracted. Society tells you to chase her, buy her gifts, flatter her endlessly, or worse, act like someone you're not. Then you wonder why she's not interested, why she's ghosting you, why nothing works. Let me be blunt. You're doing it wrong. You've been led to believe dating is a game where you must win her attention. But here's the truth. The more you try to win her, the more you lose yourself, and she can feel that. Women sense when you're wearing a mask. The harder you try to impress her, the more she pulls away. It's time to stop chasing and start attracting. And the only way to attract her, truly, is by mastering yourself. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt completely in control of your thoughts, emotions, and actions? If you're like most men, you're constantly reacting to her moods, her words, her tests. But what if I told you the real secret to not just getting her attention, but keeping it is mastering your inner world, becoming emotionally unshakable? This isn't some trick. It's a philosophy that's been around for thousands of years. Stoicism. Now, you might be wondering, what does some ancient philosophy have to do with dating? Everything. Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions or becoming cold. It's about taking control of them. When you stop reacting to every little thing, when you stay calm and centered no matter what, that's when she truly starts noticing you. Not the guy who's flashy or desperate to impress, but the man who's solid, grounded, and in full control of himself. Make her laugh, but do it as the man who's grounded, the man who knows who he is and doesn't need her validation. Imagine walking into any situation, whether it's a first date or a serious relationship, with the kind of calm confidence that instantly makes her feel safe. Picture this. While other guys are nervously fumbling their words, cracking forced jokes, or showing off, you're just there, relaxed, composed, present. That's power. That's what makes you unforgettable in her mind. Here's a truth nobody wants to say out loud. Women don't want to be chased. They want to be drawn in. The moment you stop chasing her, stop trying to prove your worth, is the moment she feels something shift. She becomes intrigued. She gets curious. And most importantly, she starts to want you. Why? Because you're showing her something 99% of men never can. Self-control. Stoicism is the secret weapon you didn't know you needed. It's not manipulation. It's not tactics. It's not pretending. It's about becoming the man who attracts naturally, not through what you say or what you do, but because of who you are. When you master this, everything changes. You'll stop overthinking every text. You'll stop trying so hard to impress. You'll become the man she tries to impress. You'll become the man she chases. And the best part? It's not complicated. Once you understand the core Stoic principles and how to apply them in daily life, your dating life transforms. But it doesn't stop there. Your relationships, your career, your mindset, your entire view of the world, it all gets better. So if you're ready to become the man who commands respect and attraction without ever needing to ask for it, let's keep going. Words that make her fall for you, deep emotional connection. Now that you understand the power of Stoicism, let's talk about one of the most misunderstood parts of attraction, words. Most guys think they need clever lines or funny comebacks to get a woman's attention. But I'm here to tell you, that's wrong. It's not about being witty or smooth. It's about saying the right words at the right time, in a way that connects deeply. Let me explain. Women hear compliments all the time. You're beautiful. You're so hot. These don't hit anymore. She's heard them 1,000 times. They go in one ear and out the other. But do you know what is land? Genuine compliments, not about how she looks, but who she is. Start with something simple. Use her name in conversation. Sounds small, right? But it's incredibly powerful. When you say her name, it activates something deep in her brain. It makes her feel seen, unique, and important. But here's the key. Don't overuse it. Sprinkle it in at key moments. Like when you're giving her a sincere compliment or making a serious point. That's how you speak in a way that creates emotional connection. That's how you become unforgettable. Give her a genuine compliment, and it'll make her feel like she's the only person in the room. Step 2. Compliment her in ways no one else does. Most guys focus on physical appearance because it's easy. But if you want to stand out, compliment her mind, her intelligence, her character. If she tells you a story about something she's passionate about, don't just nod and smile. Engage. Say something like, "I love how passionate you are about this." It's rare to meet someone who thinks so deeply. That kind of compliment doesn't just flatter her, it makes her feel seen. And that's what she's truly looking for. Here's the truth. Women want to feel special, not in some shallow or superficial way. They want to feel understood. They want to know that you see who they really are beyond the surface. Most men fail at this. They're too busy trying to impress her with jokes, flex stories, or fake confidence. But you're different. You're the man who listens, the man who notices, the man who makes her feel like no one else ever has. Step 3. Practice gratitude. This is something most men overlook, but it's incredibly powerful. Women notice when you appreciate the small things. If she does something thoughtful, don't brush it off. Acknowledge it. A simple thank you, when it's real, goes a long way. But don't just say it. Mean it. When you express real gratitude, it makes her feel valued. And in a world where most guys take her for granted, that's a total game changer. Now, let's talk about something you need to stop doing. Over-apologizing. I see it all the time. Guys constantly saying sorry for things they didn't even do wrong, just to avoid conflict or keep the peace. Let me be real with you. Apologizing too much doesn't make you nice. It makes you look weak. Women respect men who own their actions, who stand by what they say. So yes, apologize when you've made a real mistake, but never apologize for who you are. Actions that speak louder than words, Stoic confidence. Words matter, but actions? They matter even more. You can say all the right things, but if your actions don't back them up, it's game over. That's where Stoicism steps in. Stoic philosophy teaches you to act with intention, grounded, calm, deliberate. Here's how that looks in the real world. Action 1. Master your body language. This might sound basic, but most guys mess this up. Your body is always communicating, even when your mouth isn't. If you're fidgeting, shifting your weight, avoiding eye contact, you're silently saying, "I'm nervous. I'm unsure." And here's the harsh truth. If you don't appear confident in yourself, why should she be? So step 1, calm your body. Stand tall. Plant your feet firmly. Relax your shoulders. Breathe deep. You want to radiate calm confidence, not tension. And most importantly, make eye contact. Another big one, eye contact. A lot of guys either avoid it because they're nervous or they overdo it and come off as creepy. The Stoic way? Balance. Hold her gaze for a few seconds at a time, just enough to show you're present, confident, and connected, but not so long that it feels uncomfortable or intense. When you get this right, it creates a powerful sense of presence, like you're grounded, in control, and fully there with her. Action 2. Move with purpose. Think about the last time you walked into a room. Did you rush in, head down, scanning nervously? If so, you're not alone. Most guys do this without realizing it. But here's the truth. When you move fast and without intention, you're sending the message that you're unsure of yourself. Stoic men move slowly, deliberately. Every step is grounded. Every motion has intention. You're in control of your space, and you don't need to rush because you belong wherever you are. And guess what? Women notice that. They pay attention to how you move, how you carry yourself. When you move with purpose, you're saying, I'm not rattled. I'm solid. I'm here. And that is incredibly attractive. Action 3. Small gestures. Big impact. Forget the Hollywood idea that you need grand romantic gestures to win her over. The truth? It's the little things that matter. And no, I'm not talking about chocolates or roses. I'm talking about real attention. Maybe she mentioned her favorite author a few weeks ago. Surprise her with a book by that author. Maybe she told you about a challenge she's facing. Check in with her about it. These small, thoughtful actions show her that you're not just hearing her, you're listening, that you care. And that hits way harder than any flashy gesture ever could. Also, stop trying to be the entertainer. A lot of guys think they need to keep her laughing with jokes and stories. But here's the secret. Women don't want a clown. They want a man who listens. So stop trying to be the life of the party. Start being the guy who's fully present, who listens more than he speaks. That kind of calm energy is magnetic. Applying stoicism in modern relationships. Let's talk about how to handle things when they don't go your way, because let's be honest, that's life. Maybe the date isn't going as smoothly as you'd hoped. Maybe she pulls away, and you're left wondering why. Most guys panic. They overthink. They chase. But you're a stoic. You don't let external chaos disturb your inner peace. Scenario 1. The date goes badly. Maybe the conversation is awkward. Maybe the restaurant messes up your order. A lot of guys would scramble, trying to fix everything, desperate to make it perfect. But a stoic man? He stays calm. He doesn't need the night to be perfect because he is already centered that he stays calm, relaxed, and unbothered by the little things. He knows it's not about the situation. It's about how he handles it. And when she sees that you're not rattled by the small stuff, she feels more comfortable, more safe, more drawn to you. Scenario 2. She starts pulling away. This is a tough one, and it's where most men mess up. When a woman starts to pull away, most guys go into panic mode. They start texting more, calling more, overanalyzing every word, trying to figure out what went wrong. But here's the truth that only pushes her further away. A stoic man doesn't chase. He doesn't panic. He understands that he can't control her actions. He can only control his response. So instead of trying harder, he steps back. He gives her space. And in that space, something changes. She realizes you're not like the others. You're not desperate for her attention. You're not seeking her validation. And that's when she starts to come back. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but it works. Women are drawn to men who don't need them. When you show her that you're not afraid to lose her, that you're secure in yourself, with or without her, it flips the entire dynamic. Suddenly, she's the one chasing you. Be true to yourself. The final stoic lesson. This is key. At the end of the day, none of this matters if you're not true to yourself. You've heard that phrase 100 times, but let's break it down in a way that actually matters. Being true to yourself doesn't mean staying stuck or refusing to grow. It doesn't mean being lazy or saying, this is just who I am. It means knowing who you are, flaws and all, and owning it. It means showing up as you in every moment. Not trying to be the guy you think she wants. Not trying to fit into some perfect image. Just being the best version of yourself. And trusting that the right woman will be drawn to that. Because when you master yourself, you stop chasing. You stop performing. You stop trying to win approval. And instead, you focus on living with purpose, with intention, and with strength. And when you do that, something incredible happens. Women start chasing you. Not for what you say, not for what you do, but for who you are. Conclusion. Why mastering yourself changes everything. So here's the final takeaway. Stop chasing women. Stop trying to impress. Stop playing the game. Become the kind of man who naturally attracts everything he wants by mastering himself first. Be the calm in the storm, the rock others lean on, the man who needs nothing and yet receives everything. And as you step into that power, watch how your entire life transforms. Your relationships, your career, your confidence, everything. You now have the keys to unlock her heart, not with tricks or cheesy lines, but with your inner strength. So take what you've learned, apply it, live it, and watch how everything begins to change. And if you're ready to go even deeper, Subscribe now, and let's keep building the life and relationships you truly deserve.